I know probably I went live earlier, but I'm actually now putting on makeup and stuff. And I'm trying to angle this. I was starting to have, thoughts. So I was like, this would be the perfect time to also, uh, record some of those thoughts. Um, Getting ready to go to the studio compound, I guess, um, and put on my makeup and wash my face and put on my makeup. All right. And I'm already kind of almost packed too. So I don't want to run out of the screen, but I might run out of the screen because I guess I'm giving myself probably 45 minutes because it's going to take another 45 minutes to drive to the final destination. And unfortunately, I wish there was a something to put over here to get the sun in a different angle, but yeah, sadly, yeah, that's not gonna happen. All right, so maybe I'll hang something over here to block some of the sunlight, I guess, from over here. All right, so I'm standing in the shower. Yeah, that's not really, I don't think that's helping. All right, whatever. Okay, so I guess one of the things I was thinking about as this is also a spiritual channel, by the way. Um, Thinking about perspective and thinking about how we see ourselves and how others see us, right? Um, let's see. And I've lived in the United States my whole life, and I like to think that I'm like, an open-minded person, a world thinker kind of thing, and have been really curious about cultures from around the world and things like that. And yesterday, when I got in to Bath and was walking around, and I was kind of looking for the hotel, getting a little bit lost. There was a man that came up to me because I would definitely look like I was lost. Of course, there's like people walking around and all this stuff, and I didn't feel out of like danger or anything, but he was a man. He was shorter than me, and he was older, a little bit older, and he was like, "Excuse me, are you lost?" And in the British accent, and I was like, "Yes." And so he was like, "Well, where are you trying to go?" So I told him the hotel, and then he was like, "Oh, yeah, so it's probably right up the way there." But yeah, he was very, very kind. Um, and yeah, he was very kind. And sometimes um, Black Americans, I'm gonna just be honest, we don't get that kind of benefit of the doubt of just being believed or being feeling safe in places. And that's unfortunate. Well, at least in the United States. Like, I say this a lot on, in other videos, but I didn't mean that. It's like sometimes we have to be on guard in the United States. Yeah. Oh, hi. Well, thank you, David Jones there. I'm also a musician, so I'm doing my live, getting ready with me. I'm trying to like, yeah, I need to wash my face first before I put on this makeup, but um, I'm a musician and I'm in the United Kingdom right now. However, I am American, and we're going to record this week in Peter Gabriel's studio. I know, this is very exciting. My band is called Black Fox, and we're going to be doing a lot of cross promotion on this. But this is my spiritual channel because most performers, you know, when I was growing up, a lot of people, unfortunately didn't live very long in the spotlight, in the limelight kind of thing, and that made a big impression on me when I was younger. So I thought very thoughtfully about, like, well, I want to have a long, healthy career as a performer. So I have a lot of thoughts around wellness and spirituality, and I'm just talking about kind of my thoughts right now as being an American leaving America not for the first, well, the United States, leaving the United States for the first time and immersing myself in another culture right now, and how that feels like after 2020. Because one unfortunate thing is like a lot of Black Americans who grew up in America, United States, we've known about all the things, and it wasn't until 2020 when everybody started seeing what really goes on in the United States, um, that y'all started to see what really goes on in the United States, right? Okay, so I'm just reflecting on a little bit, not necessarily on that, but as I see myself as a person, as others might see me outside of the United States, because in the United States, me as a Black woman, I am seen a certain way, and it's not always positive. Okay, all right, so I'm going to I was looking for my soap and I don't want to use their soap. I'm sorry. I use baby shampoo as soap. All right, I'll be right back. So, yeah, nothing too glamorous. I just need my baby soap. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. All right, so, and then I got my finishing spray too, really quick. So, yeah, so I want, I, as that man was helping me with directions getting to the hotel, he was a white man, white British man, and he just saw somebody who looked lost, right? Had I been in the United States in another city, it might, I'm not saying that like anybody white is against anybody black, but in certain spaces in the States, you might be a threat looking like me, just walking around. Like seriously, just walking around looking like me, you know? So, um, yeah, while I wash my face really quick, ooh, oil too. Sorry, I'll be right back. Now, I did bring some of my special oils, speaking of. All right, so this is my body spray, my scent. Vitamin C, uh, vitamin E blend that I put together with castor oil. Put it in a plastic bag, sorry. So yeah, I do need those too. All right, so I'm gonna wash my face um, while y'all watch me wash my face. It's getting really real in here. All right, here we go. And of course, this water is not warm. I don't really scrub my face because last night, of course, I washed my face before I went to bed. I'm just trying to get dirt, not dirt, well, yeah, outside, out of my eyes, if that makes sense. 'Cause I have really bad allergies. Okay. And the reason why I use baby soap is because it's no tears. Bingo. No tears. The no tears shampoo, baby. Alright. And I don't know why they don't do that for everybody, but it is what it is. Yeah, so I gotta clear up my sinuses for singing. Because in this thing, yeah, in this band, I'm a singer mostly. I do percussions. I can play guitar, but everybody plays guitar in our band, so I don't have to play guitar if I don't want to, or I'm not necessarily needed to play guitar anyway, so it didn't matter. So yeah, but I am one of the singers, so I gotta have healthy lungs and sinuses and stuff. And I do have my allergy eye drops, which are really good, but I'll have to wait until after I take my, put on my makeup. All right, so I just do a pat down. And mostly, yeah, just washing, you know, things out of my eyes. All right, so how's it going out there? Hi out there. All right, so yeah, so put on a little vitamin C. It's really good for your pores and all that good stuff. I don't think I'll need oil though, because it's not really dry out there. And then we're going right into, unless, I don't know, unless it's super air conditioned, where we're going. Alrighty. Maybe a touch of oil. Just a touch. Because it could be dry in here. Alright, so all this is, there's no label. I made this myself. I make a lot of my own skincare. This is vitamin E with castor oil. Normally castor oil, now I'm just going to go into some science. Castor oil, real castor oil, should be in an amber bottle because, you know, it loses its effectiveness. But because I have it in a other bag, like a little cutesy bag here, I should be okay for the week. And it's really thick and it's really, really good for a lot of things, castor oil. Put it there. So I'm not dry. I think I put, no, yeah. This is that. Alrighty, so I'm ready for the makeup now. And I don't put on a lot of makeup, y'all. So I just put on, focus mostly around my eyes. That have really, speaking of the allergies, I have really bad allergy eyes. Always puffy. So that's usually why I put makeup on to focus on it. Like I'm not tired, but I look tired, if that makes sense. So, okay, and yeah, my thing is right here. Put this out to the side. Allergy eye drops. Hi there. Hi, I'm a musician getting ready to go into the studio this morning. I'm putting on my makeup and cleaning my face and making sure I have my sinuses are open and all this stuff. I was just looking to see what else do I have in here. So I have my allergy eye drops. I have my mint essential oil. And that will clear me up. And I don't want to put it on right now while I'm putting on makeup. So that's what I'm doing really quick. All right, so I'm just closing all the things just as I go along here. Yeah, I don't put on a lot of makeup. I just, you know, I just don't want to look like, are you okay? Out there. So yeah, so I just put on just enough to let people know, like, I'm okay. I'm not I'm not sick or anything. All right. So put on a little base. I guess that's what it's called. I don't know what it's called. Concealer. There you go. Yeah. So yeah. So my makeup, I focus around my eyes, because that's where a lot of my allergies come from. Oh man, see. Oh wait, there it is. Okay, because I was about to say, oh no, I left my good stuff. Cover makeup right now. All right, so yes, that's what I'm doing. Quickly throwing on this makeup here. Not gonna be a photo shoot or anything in particular. Of course, yeah, that would take a little longer, but this should not take too long at all. Just put it on, throw it on. Let's go. So yeah, so as I was saying earlier about identity, um, as a Black American woman, I kind of have to rethink how use language here. It's different while you're there in the United States living, um, how things are, but things are not that way all around the world. So even though we bring our issues with us, you don't have to dwell in it. So I'm going to be really mindful how I use my language when I talk about myself identity, um, so that, um, yeah, I don't come across as bitter or anything. It's like, I am a musician. I am not I am not my color. I am not, because yeah, in the United States you are your color. You're definitely seen a certain way, and people have preconceived notions on who you are. And I'm sure that is kind of like that around the world too, but and on some level that is innocent, but then sometimes it's dangerous. And I'm kind of tall. I'm on the short side of tall. I'm 5'7.5", and sometimes people mistake me as a man. No, I'm a woman. And there's no shade to anybody who is, you know, okay? But because I carry myself a little more broadly, I got broad shoulders, I'm a little tall. Most people, white people especially in the United States, assume that I am a man when they see me sometimes. And sometimes I have to wear, well, I don't have to. Sometimes I wear dresses or skirts and things like that. And, you know, here's that. All right, so I did. And then my finishing spray, because I don't know how long we're going to be doing anything today, really. It's like today is day one. Um, our bandmate is going to be the executive producer for this. And I would love to know what our final schedule is going to be. It's like two bands, but three bands, four bands. um, I went live earlier, so you can, I'm gonna put all this hopefully together in a playlist. But I am a solo singer songwriter. I am also in two other bands, and there's another band with us that's also played in a lot of my other things too. So it's almost like this interchangeable kind of sister band that we have. All right, so let me spray my face really quick. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of, like I said, a lot of things going on with us this week. And I'm not sure how uh, things are gonna be planned or plotted out as we are now here officially. Yeah, we're here. All right, put my glasses on, it'll help a lot when we figure out the time. Oh yeah, okay, so yeah. Got eyeliner left to do. And I still have to brush my teeth. Oh wait, yeah, there's my other powder. All right, so I've got two different, I got foundation, I got my cover cream, and then I got my matte finish powder foundation. So three different, and they're kind of three different colors. Those who are out there, those girlies who like the, yeah, to know. It's like, I don't have any brands. Well, yeah, I don't have any brands. Except for one that I've used since I started wearing makeup. All right, so this is just, again, to kind of add, so I don't look like pancake makeup. I hate that kind of thing. And I don't do contouring. I'm not on that level, y'all. I just want to look like a regular person. I'm not trying to look like I have on makeup. That's my, You know, that's the look that most men say, oh, she didn't wear makeup. That I'm looking for that look. That's that look. Okay, yeah, sorry, I have on makeup. All right, so we do my eye shadow. Since I'm wearing yellow, I'm very, again, as an artist, I am very aware of how my clothing and my eyeshadow should kind of like match. My brush is in here, and I tried to take. This is an old palette, but I try to stay in the color family a little bit, and I'm very natural. So again, looks like I'm wearing makeup but not wearing makeup. Look, so that's what I do. I don't even have mascara, quite honestly, because my eyelashes are so long. Put a little gold on there too. I think there is a clear mascara out there, so I would wear that to, you know, separate them out of my eyes. Again, back to the whole eye allergy thing. Okay, there we go. There's a shadow, and now I've got eyeliner to put on. Yeah, so this does not take very long at all, especially, you know, if I'm looking for that look. So is this the brown? Yep, dark brown. So I choose dark brown over black eyeliner today. So a lot of folks have a lot of, I guess, curiosity when it comes to performers, people in the arts and things, and how it should be or must be. It must be super glamorous to jet set around the world, which, you know, I guess, you know, it can be, I guess, or get ready to perform and all that stuff. But then there's the mundane things like keeping yourself healthy. And that's why I started this channel. It's like I want people to realize, like, there's an aspect of all of this kind of thing when you're out in the world, like literally when you're like interacting with folks, you got to stay healthy. You know, when you think about people like famous folks like Adele, when I used to give music lessons, I used to give this as an example. It's like, you know, people, you don't want to end up having to take the throat operation because you've overworked yourself or you're tired. And I know a lot of times people assume that it's because they're doing the substances, but really sometimes they're really tired because they don't take care of their body, you know? So it's important to take care of your health and wellness. And like I said, this is why I started this channel. And there's a mindset to it as well. Okay, so I've got my oils on. I finished the makeup. Let me put my vitamin C back in this bag for the oils. So I gotta finish repacking because I want to get at least something to go and then get a taxi and go to the next town over. I gotta keep traveling, right? I'm not gonna do anything for my lips because I just use like chapstick or whatever. I got Burt's Bees chapstick, I guess. And I'm gonna brush my teeth. Let me go ahead and do the eye drops. It's gonna make my eyes super cloudy for a couple of minutes. But it works so well. It works for your eyes, itchy, blurry, all that eye stuff. And then it even drains down into your sinuses. That's why I like it so much. All right, so I'm just opening it up. And then I'm going to finish put more finishing spray on my face, and I should be okay, good to go. All right. Here we go. Good. So this is called Pat a Day. I don't know if people like it's expensive and it isn't a tiny, super tiny. It's expensive, but it works really well. Okay, so it's in there. I'm gonna keep blinking so that it doesn't run out of my eyes. Okay, here we go. And then do the finishing spray one more time with eyes closed. Okay, it's, drugstore brand, nothing too fancy. All right, done. And now, yeah, they're calling me. All right, this is a body spray. Normally I do wear my own, again, I make a lot of my own skincare stuff. This is from Bath and Body Works. It's a scent that some of my students gave me. It's really fresh. I don't remember, but I did add vanilla into this because I do wear vanilla on a regular basis. So most folks know me as vanilla smelling like bread or candy or whatever. That's how I get the children to like me. All right. No, yeah, I'm a teacher, by the way. So I do a lot of stuff. And so, yeah, you'll see me talk about a lot of different things. Those new subbies out there, hi there. Hi. I am in the UK right now, and if you're watching from the States, I'm sure it's like 2 in the morning. Some of y'all should be asleep. But it is 8-ish over here. I'm getting ready to go. I'm trying to do something different with my hair, like putting it up or whatever. It's in mini twist, but I was trying to put it up and do something different with it. All right, so I'm gonna brush my teeth and finish packing, and then I've got to go. Okay, thank you for watching, friends out there. Definitely subscribe because I'll be coming on live as much as I can. Hopefully, there should be some Wi-Fi out there at the studio. We're gonna be recording at Peter Gabriel's recording studios. Pretty cool, yeah. Yeah. All right, so take care out there. It gets real. Bye.